Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mer from Trade with Precision. So on Wednesday, we saw lower than expected GDP numbers for Australia, and that saw the market placing increased odds for another RBA rate cut. So what I want to do today is a spotlight on the Aussie dollars, and I want to start with pairs that I'm looking at for a weakening Aussie dollar. So I've got here the chart of Aussie Swiss, and this is the monthly chart. And as we can see, the monthly is in a very strong downtrend, clear series of lower highs and lower lows. Moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for a downtrend. We had a bit of a pullback here, haven't really come close to the sell zone, that area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages. Now, if we'll take a look here on the weekly chart, we can see that the weekly has pulled back into the sell zone. We had a bearish rejection candle on that area and a continuation of the move. And now we're stalling above the level of 0.5270. So we had a bit of a push toward that level, a pullback, another push, and now another pullback. So if we'll take a look here on the daily chart, we can see that consolidation above that level. And we are consolidating with some small candles, so not a strong activity as we had seen here in this sell-off. So what I'm looking for in the case of a weakening Aussie dollar, I'd like to see compressions of price above this level. Then I'll be looking for a break and a continuation of this higher time frame move. If, however, we'll see a break from above, so from higher above that level without compression, then I'll be looking for the market to take through this low, so to close below that level, and then I'll be looking for a pullback to test this level from below. Similar story is pound versus the Aussie. So here on pound Aussie on the monthly chart is a very strong uptrend. And again, clear series of higher highs and higher lows, moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend with very nice convergence here on the momentum indicators. Now, taking a look here on the weekly chart, and we can see we pull back into the averages, the buy zone, the area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages in an uptrend, and now we're pushing away. But we found some resistance at this 2.10 round number. So if we'll take a look here on the daily, we can see that we haven't been able to break that level. We reacted, went to a lower low here on the daily chart, climbed back up, touched it again, moved lower, touched it again, moved lower again. So a similar scenario, I'm looking for compressions of price underneath this level and a break above. If I won't get that compressions of price, I'd like to see the market first clearing this level, clearing this spike over here, and then a pullback to test that level from above. So these two pair are on my watch list for a weakening Aussie dollar. If we see a strengthening of the Aussie dollar, I'll be looking at Aussie versus the US. And here on the monthly chart, we have had a strong push to a lower low, and currently we're pulling back, and we could see a continuation of this pullback. So if we'll take a look here on the weekly, we can see that now we are going sideways. The market is stuck between this 0.64 level, haven't been able to break and hold below that level after breaking above it, but we also haven't been able to break this 0.6550 area. So once again, for a bullish push, I'd like to see compression underneath this level and then a continuation toward the area of 0.67. We can see here on the weekly chart, the momentum indicators are pushing higher. We have made a higher high here, but it's not a clear trend, and we do not have the moving averages in the correct order for an uptrend. Taking a look here on the daily chart, and we can see that we're basically going sideways around this area. The next one is Aussie yen, and this one is my favorite for a stronger Aussie because what we've got here, even though we push to a lower low here on the monthly chart, once again, we could pull back a bit more toward that 95.60 area. Taking a look here on the weekly, and we can see that while we had a rejection candle here in the sell zone, we got stopped at the level of 92, and we also broke above the high of last week candle. And we'll see that more clearly on the daily chart. So if we'll take a look here on the daily and just zoom in a little bit, we can see those touches, those spike at that level around the 93.90 area. And we can see that we have pushed and closed above that area. And we do have some room to move before the next level of support and resistance around the 95.70. So what I'm looking for in Aussie yen is a pullback on the lower time frame. So for example, on the 4 hours, I'll be looking for a pullback toward the averages and the level of 93.60. I'll be looking for any signs that the buyers are returning into the market, such as a bullish candle in this buy zone, and I'll be looking for a continuation of this move. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.